Hello. I didn't realise I pressed that. Hi. I'm just sat here just sort of going through all the stuff. I just remembered I had to turn the game volume down again. Okay, so we're on Farm Sim. I'm currently waiting for a package from Amazon that has been 6 stops away, and it's the guy's literally on the street just over there. I could throw a stone and hit him. That's how close he is. But anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss. We're on Farm Sim. I have the controller set up. We're all good. We're on a map that I've never played before. It's called No Man's Land. I've got the mods from the last game on as well, but it's called No Man's Land, and it looks like this. So there's 60 equally sized plots of land. There's a town in the middle, and there's this building down here, and that's pretty much all I know about it. It says you can remove all the rocks and stuff, so should be good. But we currently have a £250,000 loan, but we have 1.25 million, so can we repay all of our loan and just be starting with like $1 million? Let's be of service, SP. That's what I like. So yeah, I'm about to see this map for the first time at the same time as you guys see it. So let's go. Oh, that's cool. Do I just jump over this fence? No, I can't. Oh right, am I at the very bottom of the map then? Yeah, I'm on plot 56. Okay. Oh, I don't know, mate. I wish this Amazon guy had, like, come around the corner. He's now on the same street, but he's still 4 stops away. He's 3 doors that way. I can see you on my GPS. Like, just... Ah! Right, okay. I need to buy some land. So I'm thinking 57 because it's right next to us. Oh, look at the price of that. 85,000. We've got $1 million. Damn right I want that. Okay. So in that case, what I now need to do, it really was the world's most secure fence. Ah, you're my cow dealer. Sounds like the worst drug dealer ever, doesn't it? What do you deal in? Cows. Can I interest you in some cows? Go on. You know you want them. One of those days. Okay, so I need to buy some things. Okay, so I assume that there's no crops planted in any of these locations. Actually, is there even fields? Grab us a tractor. God, the $250,000. Right, we want the fast track for now. Because, well, it's about as far as I've thought on that one. What we'll do as well is I'm thinking if I can grab a... I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Like, what are we planting? What are we... Is there a field? Or is there absolutely sod all? It looks like there's nothing judging by the map. So I'm thinking there's probably nothing there. Just gonna flick over to see, make sure that the guy hasn't left anything outside and that he's not been yet. Nope, the gate is still exactly as I left it. Okay, so this here, we're now in our land. Actually quite a nice map. This is what I'm thinking we should make in Unity. Something like this, and before we actually add any real gameplay elements, it'll effectively just be a walking simulator for a while. Okay, so there is no field. All these trees could do with buggering off, but the logging stuff in this is just really janky, to put it nicely. I don't know how to get rid of all of the trees, unless if I go in the actual save file for this, what it does is it saves one file that's called something like trees. But if you open that in Notepad, you end up with effectively the coordinates of every single tree in the map. So by modifying that and deleting all the entries, you actually can delete all of the trees very easily. I did it for the field. We had a field in the last game that I'd planted a load of trees in. I think I planted them on stream actually. But anyway, I planted a load of trees and then I found out how janky the whole like tree login stuff was. So I just deleted them all really quickly. It was great. Okay, we want the widest width, 6.2, 14.5, 24. There he is. 24. Yo. And I want a cedar as well. 3 meters, 3.6, 4, 9, 12, 15. 15. Where is it? There it is. You. Buy. Yes. We've got 64,000, but we have no loan out at the minute. That's important. Not having that loan means that we've got the full loan amount that we can now take out. Also, just a word of warning, the chat still isn't visible to me, because I've still got the CCTV up. I will go back to the chat in a minute. Yep, X is unfold. Okay, it looks like this rock is the corner. V, would it be? V's lower. Y is allowed to create fields. And off we go. This bit takes a while. Oh, I see an Amazon man. Okay. In that case, I will be back in a moment. As soon as I figure out how to go back to all this stuff. Oh, nice. We'll see, Steam makes it easy to launch all of your games, doesn't it? So it makes sense. I don't tend to do it just because I don't like Steam being open a lot of the time. I usually like to have one game launcher open at a time, just so I can keep track of what's what game, what's with what launcher. Otherwise you end up waiting for the other launcher to open when you launch a game on. Anyway, I will be right. And we're back. If you aren't subscribed, that was a perfectly timed ad break, that. 60 seconds exactly. You missed nothing, don't worry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know you've delivered my stuff, Amazon. Okay, so the stuff they were delivering wasn't that interesting. One of them was because I can't be bothered 3D printing stuff myself. So you know these like masks we all have to wear and all that stuff. These things. Well, my ears do not like them at all. So I remembered at the beginning, back in February, seeing that already somebody had designed like the little clip for the back of the head where you just hook it on it either side. They were already a thing back in February. I mean, they've been a thing for ages because obviously a lot of people have to wear those masks at work. I've done jobs where I've had to wear those masks with the really cheap elastic strap. They're awful. So, excuse me. So those things exist. And I was going to 3D print them myself. But the 3D printer's on top of the wardrobe, and the front piece for the belt tensioning for the Y-axis needs reprinting. So before I can actually start printing things properly, I actually have to reprint that. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, it's one of those where I thought, I'm sure somebody by now has manufactured a lot of these things and they're available to buy. And it turns out they are. And for not that much either, actually. Ugh. This is going to be the only problem with this map. I'm going to have to create fields everywhere. My plan is if I can create one giant field to start with, we can use that to get the money in and recoup what we've already done. Just trying to go into my brain and remember which of the crops is the highest paying with the least effort. Yeah, that's one of the things, one of those little straps for the back of your head. The other one is actually more related to the channel. It is another PCI power cable. So obviously most power supplies are always shipped with one power cable for your graphics card. And it usually had like dual connector on the end of it. Well, Nvidia are sort of in the camp of hoping that people use two separate outputs on their power supplies to power the new RTX cards. And so I thought, even though I'm not going to get one of the cards straight away, probably. I mean, if I can get my hands on one, I will. But I probably won't. But even though I'm not going to get it straight away, I know that those cables for the fairly cheap power supplies, so mine's a CX850M from Corsair. I know those official cables are going to sell out fairly quickly on launch, especially towards the end of this month when everyone gets paid from work and can afford to get everything they need. So I decided I'd get one now. And it's a weird one, the CX series from Corsair. So on Corsair's website, there's a sort of chart which lists all the power supplies that they make, all the series of them, but also tells you what cables are compatible. So the CX series is Type 3 is the kind of 24 pin you get. But it says Type 3 PCIe. So I'm like, okay, fine, I need a Type 3. Then it says Type 4 PCIe. At the top, in the key, it says Type 3 cable this colour, Type 4 cable this colour. And under Type 4 it says the only difference is the 24 pin, the 8 pin EPS, and the PCIe. They're the only differences between Type 3's wire out and Type 4's. But then, on the chart itself, it says that the CX series is compatible with the Type 4 cable. So it's like, make your mind up. But I went with the Type 4 cable. So what I was thinking is, if I do upgrade the card, what I'm going to do is with the 1080 that's in there now, I'm actually going to unplug the cable I'm using from the card, plug in the new cable into the spare power slot on it, and then plug that into the graphics card. Because that way the worst that I'm going to do is put the wrong power onto the 1080, which at this point is going to be a fairly hard card to sell for any meaningful amount. So I'm going to plug that in with it. I'll still have my brand new RTX card, and just to make sure it works and make sure the cable's correct, if it fires up no problem, then we're good to go. We know that we've got 2 working cables with PCIe connectors on the end, ready to go. But if it doesn't, then, you know, we can change it and not risk putting the wrong power into an RTX card. So another thing that turned up today, which was supposed to turn up tomorrow, I actually paid a little bit more. You alright, Kai? Yeah, my Arctic cooler actually turned up early, which I didn't expect. And I managed to make it fit in the case. That was a challenge. It is just smaller than the height of the motherboard. The motherboard is literally a millimeter from the base of the fans. But I threw GTA on for a bit, just the single player stuff, because I know that in that the CPU temperature reaches 80 degrees and then levels off. On the stock cooler, on the Wraith cooler, in the high profile, which is set with like a little switch on the side of the cooler, I know that it tops out at 80 degrees. I was getting 74 degrees after 90 minutes on GTA 5 with this new one, with the AIO. So yeah, I'd say it works. Which is good. So now it's going to be like a couple of days of just keeping an eye on it, making sure that when I was putting it in, because obviously when you're putting them in, you're jiggling the wire, the like pipes, and you know, and you want to make sure that everything's running right. So it's going to be a couple of days of that. I've actually got around each of the 4 connections. So obviously the 2 on the block and the 2 on the rad. I've actually got like a little bit of masking tape Like the really cheap masking tape. The stuff that as soon as it gets any form of liquid on, pretty much turns see-through. Because that's a really quick way to identify if there's anything like loose or any of that. That's not bad, 78 degrees. And I mean, you've overclocked it as well, haven't you? I mean, mine's, you know. We're back on it. Yeah, mine's a 3900X, so I've not bothered overclocking it because I use it for production stuff. It's one of those where I would overclock the CPU, but there's not really much point, and I really need it to last a long time. So base clock is fine. And yes, bless. So this is the No Man's Land map, which I've never played. I don't know if you've played it. I just went on the mod thing, the mod menu on here, just before I launched the stream, and just flicked through the maps and it was there. I should get playing them. They're one of those games which are just, you know, the kind of thing that you just sit there and don't think about while you play it. That's what this is. This is a no thinking game. And like, I don't claim to be a good farmer. I'm sure if I was a farmer I would be rubbish, but hey, it's relaxing. And yeah, Kai, temperatures are a pain when it comes to overclocking. I mean, that's one of the other reasons I don't bother. That, and it's like I can't be bothered overclocking them, and I can't be bothered sorting the temperatures out. Like, just, I look at the spec of a system when I'm like piecing it out, and I just sort of look at it and decide that that's what I want. Any extra is great, but I look at the base spec as what I'm going to get. Well, why not get a founder's card? Nice. See, you're technically still farming, bless. And yeah, Car, why not get, like, one of the other SKUs of it? Also, don't forget that with the Founders one as well, only half of the hot air is getting vented out the top. The other half is still getting exhausted straight from the back of the case. Through what Nvidia have deemed one of the biggest exhausts on a graphics card. But I'd seriously like look at some of the other graphics card options when they're all released. You know, to sort of look at the prices before you go for the Founders. See, I'm not sure yet. Because of what I do with the system, streaming and creating videos, I'm tempted. Oh, like number wise, yeah, 3080. The 3080 is the only one that's a reasonable upgrade from the 1080 that I'm running now. because the 3070 has the same amount of VRAM and is pretty much the same card, only with some RTX cores. And the 3070 feels a lot like the 2080 and the 2080 Ti. So it's like, I don't see why I would. And the 3090... Ah. Just do exclamation mark points and see what that says. Try. Just copy this. Oh, I have a fair few points, don't I? Ah, okay. Just bear with me 1 minute. Just going to full screen on this a second. And yeah, Gigabyte, my graphics cards, every graphics card I've bought, Kai, has been a Gigabyte one so far. I've never owned a Founders Edition. Sleeve on this is just rolling down every 2 minutes. I love the way that this is one of those games you can actually play and not watch the screen. Okay, Bless, do you want to try that exclamation points again for me, please? Without the 5, there you go. There we go. Should work for you now. And Gigabyte ones, yeah, never had a problem with them. They've always run cool enough. I've always got the triple fan design ones as well. So this 1080 is a triple fan design. I might have done. See, I can do that with Streamlabs stuff. I can't do that with Twitch's things. So I can't add points to the Twitch stuff, but I can add it on the Streamlabs things, which is, you know, where any giveaways and random stuff like that is. I try. I do like the way this chat keeps on asking me to agree to the chat rules every time I use it. It just forgets that, you know, I'm the streamer. These trees are going to be a pain. Don't like trees. See, one of the reasons I started playing Farm Sim back in the day was because I enjoyed watching things like Axemen. And so there were a lot of mods for it, like way back when, that added logging into the game. And so, you know, obviously I sat there and was like, okay, I want to play a logging game, but there are none. Let's play Farm Sim with some mods. But then they added it in, and I was pretty excited when they did. I think it was 2 years ago, or 2 releases ago now, when they added it. We're not going to make this. Come on, closer, closer, closer. Oh, fine, we'll come back that way. Yeah, it was like 2 releases ago when they added the login stuff. And whilst it felt better than the modded versions, it still wasn't the game I wanted. It wasn't a logging game. The machinery and the physics in this engine just do not lend themselves very well to it. So having to grip things, I've always found that with the forklift as well. Anything like that where you have to grip a physics object, it just does not like it. And I think the only way to fix that feel is going to be for Giant Software. Are they the publisher or the... Paradox. Paradox is the developer, I believe. Anyway, for Paradox and Giants to get together and redevelop this engine, because it's great for everything apart from anything to do with physics objects, which is most of the game as in Farm Simulator. Like, come on. Like, I still will sit here and spend... I'll probably spend the rest of the night on this. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm still probably gonna spend all night on it. And yep, not a problem. That's a real world turnips. Nice. That's awesome. But yeah, Kai, I've never had a problem with Gigabyte's graphics cards. They've always performed really well. This card, this 1080 that I've got, whilst it isn't overclocked currently, has the potential to actually go run better than it is now. And the temperatures still maintain really nicely with sort of mid to light overclocks on them. And I'm fairly confident with better airflow in the case, you'd get those temperatures to hold at higher overclocks. But there's still some meat left on the bone for you to play with if you wanted to overclock the graphics card. But for me, I see that overhead as sort of an insurance policy of, okay, so we're not right on the edge of what this card can do. You know, there's always that little bit of room to breathe in there. Which, like, it gives you the confidence to be able to push the graphics in games. And when it does stutter a little bit, you know that whilst the game is stuttering at that overclock, you still have that little bit of meat on the bone. If you wanted to overclock it, or, you know, for longevity's sake. But one of the reasons I'm saying you might want to look at some other cards as opposed to just the Founders Edition is because I know you like customizing your system, and I know that you like water cooling. And so with some of the other designs, there's a good chance that some of the integrators will actually use the reference design. And so if you got a reference water block for it, it'd be completely fine. If you did that with the Founders Edition, it wouldn't fit. Because, and this is what I wanted to say on the last stream, but this card, this founder's card, is not the reference design. So if you like water cooling, and you think, oh, I'll get the reference like water block and I'll get the Founders Edition card and it'll be fine, it won't. Nvidia have got a custom PCB design for their Founders Edition this year. What a design. I do agree with Jay though, of Jay's 2 cents, with the weird placement of the power. But I also completely understand why it is where it is. One of the alternatives that I think if I worked for Nvidia I'd have pitched would have been, how about put it on the bottom of the card? Yes, you're going to lose, say, 2 fins on your heatsink, but the power cable would come out the bottom of the card and be able to be tucked against all the way around, which would be a lot cleaner than having it come like round and with that splitter that they give you that's like this long. It just wouldn't work. But yeah, if you like water cooling, Founders card is probably not the one you want to get. Just because it's going to be easier to use one of the other cards. We're getting there. We're slowly making a field here. Slowly but surely. We will eventually plant something and we will harvest something by the end of this stream. Hopefully. So I've got 4 trees I have to remove. There we go. So yeah, what's everyone else thinking out there in terms of graphics cards and CPUs and all that good stuff? Is anyone actually planning on going out there on day one and grabbing one of these things? Like I say, I hope that I could get my hands on one, but I doubt I'm going to be able to. What would be really nice is if Nvidia could send me one. That'd be lovely. That'd be a lovely little gift, wouldn't it? I know it's a long shot. I mean, I'd be happy with Jensen's leather jacket. I'd be okay with that. Oh. Bear with me. Just let me... Where are you? There you are. Welcome to the Trailblazers. The people who helped shape the channel. Right now. Should be able to. Oh, nice. You see, when you said you're planting turnips, what I thought you meant was like you were playing a game that you were planting them in, like whatever that... What is that one? What is the game? Animal Crossing is what I was thinking of. Don't you plant turnips in that or something? I don't know, I've never played Animal Crossing. It was only when you said you need to go and grab soil that I realised it was real world turnips that you were planting. Like, oh. By the way, if you want to do exclamation mark Well done, cat. Good kitty. If you want to put exclamation raffle 5, then that should actually work now. I think. I don't know. I'm new to all this stuff. Try a space in between raffle and 5. We're learning this together. Hooray! We figured it out. Well, in all fairness, you probably already knew. It's just me who's dumb. I don't know the systems that I've put in place. Like, I didn't know about the picture thing on Discord until you just said. So we'll have a look at that in a bit. Ah, fair enough. But you're not dumb. I'm dumb. This is the difference. I love the way it sounds like it's some bar in the corner of like a town, doesn't it? Oh yes, I frequent Discord. Thanks, I'm going to use that from now on. In all fairness though, Discord you can actually keep on going to through this whole pandemic. Not so sure you want to go in a real bar at the minute. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Don't know why I don't just lift that up. Yeah, I'd say keeping your soil bag full would be helpful. I'm going to channel my inner farmer now. Ah, you know J-Man. Nice. Have I added J-Man to the Trailblazers yet? Haven't. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, he's already there. Good. That makes sense. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Okay, that... See, I always forget, like, American timing is just off compared to mine. That's why I did it at 4 PM though, because it's sort of getting to the point where around... I've forgotten which coast he said you were on. I remember asking which coast, which time zone. I'm going to take a wild guess. Yeah. I was going to say central one. Like I said, I know I asked him, but it was a while ago. That's awesome. Well, yeah, so you're like... What would you be? It's about 7 or 8 hours behind, aren't you? I'm unsure. Okay, actually, we can work this out really easily. It's 5 PM here. Or near enough 5 PM. What time is it there? I'm England, so, you know. We're the ones who make up the time. Ah, nice. Nice. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of a difference between Central, isn't there? Good morning. To be honest, I can think of much better ways to wake up than to spend it watching me play Farm Sim. But I'm honoured that you would spend your morning doing so. Unlucky. That's okay then. I mean, so long as the kids can't hear, it's fine. If the kids can hear, then it means I'm gonna have to refrain from swearing as much. Which is probably going to start happening when I start trying to take these trees down. Okay, let's fold that plough, and we'll just dump this at the side over here. Somewhere out of the way. Whoop! No, it's fine, I won't. I'll behave. How do I fold this damn thing? No. Don't put it down and start making a field there. Nope, that's camera. That's go down. Limit to fields. Lower plough, turn plough. Oh, do I have to turn it the other way and then fold it? I mean, come on. This seems like a lot of effort just to fold the plough. Yep, now I can fold the plough. Why can I only fold it from that direction? Why can't I fold it from the other one? Surely it's exactly the same. The actuators are still going to actuate. It makes sense, right? Okay. I can't really cultivate the field until I finish ploughing it. And I may have just hit the world's smallest curb. How can... Okay, riddle me this. How can a curb that big stop a tractor? Anyone? No? Doesn't make sense. It's upsetting. Okay. Logging things. Ah, you'll do. You turn it into wood chips. You turn it into wood chips. I don't want to turn it into wood chips. I want it to be destroyed. I don't want to see, hear, smell, taste these trees. Don't know who's going around tasting trees, but you know, each to their own. I'm good with it. Excuse me. Okay, well, then it looks like that's going to be my only choice. Oh no, it's a placeable thing, innit? I've remembered now. There it is. Oh. Oh. Well, that's upsetting. Fine. I'll go and get more money. Okay. Now can I have one of those log chippery things? Okay, so there's only one over there. If I place it about here. I also need something to drag the tree over with. And I'm hesitant to buy one of these, apart from the fact I can't afford one. Mainly because they don't tend to chop every kind of tree down. So instead, a wheel loader will work well. The only issue is this actuation in the middle. Hate it. Makes everything incredibly difficult to drive. But you're the cheapest one. And I don't have enough money. Give me all of the money. Give me all of it. That'll do. I hope. Okay, we'll use the New Holland. Go. I also want a loader. Log fork. Buy. Yes. Chainsaws. Clock. Yes. Because black and yellow is a good paint scheme. That is literally my entire thinking on which chainsaw to get. That and still saw are a little bit played out. Okay, that does that. That does that. That does that. Excellent. Okay, my plan is that I'm going to chop the tree down with the chainsaw, obviously. Then we're going to use this to load them up to be destroyed. I mean, that seems like a good plan. And I didn't get one of those things that... the stump remover things. Bugger. Huh. Now that's cool. I'd assume that's like a certain type of tree that can do that. I don't imagine every tree can do that. That's seems a little bit too smart for most trees. If smart is the right word, which I don't think it is, but you know. Oh, nice. Well, that I did not know. Huh. Oh. See what I mean about the physics in this game? And I'm being just a little bit janky. And nice. See? This channel is educational. That's what this channel is. Welcome back, SP. SP, did you know that trees can change the taste of the sap depending on which animal's eating them? I know. I thought exactly the same thing. But we have a horticultural expert in our midst who, if you check the Discord as well, take a look at what's going on right now. And also, that worked really well. I don't know how that worked so well, but I'm not going to complain. Come on, down we go. No. There'll be no big quotes going on. In the context of this chat, you know. In the context of this chat, you are the expert. Because I certainly am not. Oh, really? Okay, so that went through metal. Okay, do. Oh, that way. Scoop. Tilt. Lift. Come on. The first one went on so easy. Oh no, it's just gonna... Really? Fine. We're just gonna brute force this. Come on. Come on. So close. There. Go on. Go on. Get in there, tree. What flavour do you think its sap would be now? Can it tell that a wood chipper's eating it? That's the real question. Hey! It's in my way! Pomegranates. I've not had a pomegranate in ages. I really should, because at this point, it's been so long I can't remember what pomegranate even tastes like. Apart from nice. Right, so we want it to fall that way. And it's going to fall the other way. Of course it is. I want it. Oh, caviar and sauvignon blanc. I can speak. I can totally talk English. It's definitely a thing that I can do. Oh, it's slipping, it's slipping. Really? This bloody thing. Just go in the claws and stay in. I bet it's... No. Not even bloody hooked it. Right. No. The claws are up. There. Right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to tilt it a little bit. And I'm just going to drag it. I'm sorry, it has to be done. Oh, no. Nope, it refused. Aye. Come on. This is why I stick with normal crops in this game. Right. Here. No. Remember when I said there might be swearing as soon as I start messing with trees? In all fairness, I've never seen the appeal in caviar. I would much prefer someone to give me, like, a bottle of Jack Daniels. Like, there's only one kind of egg that I want to eat. And it comes from a chicken. I mean, in principle, it's completely fine. Because, like I say, it is just an egg. But, yeah. Oh! Oh, actually. But in all fairness, aren't quail eggs just, like, posh chicken eggs? Okay, I will rephrase. The only eggs I want to eat come from birds. If it's got feathers, I'll eat the eggs. Not the egg. If the egg's got feathers, then it's actually a chicken. Actually, yeah, I'd still eat the chicken. Actually. Hell yeah. Well, maybe not eagle eggs. I feel like an eagle would be harder to get the eggs off than an ostrich. And especially on a day like today, Will. You... That is actually true. I have never seen an ostrich protecting its eggs. But my logic is that an ostrich, I assume we can, like, disappear and trick. And to be honest, on a day like today, I don't really want to insult eagles. If I'm honest. It don't seem right. Jesus. Okay, I want to see that. Nope, no shame. You mean the raptors that aren't actual raptors? I've seen them. I was really hopeful that they'd fix it at some point. You know, when they started with the Jurassic Worlds, I was really hopeful that they'd use either actual raptors, which are like that big. This tree does not want to get shredded. SP, you've confused me. Okay. Oh, yes! Yes, it's being shredded. Screw you, tree. I apologize. It's true. It feels like it's referring to an earlier comment that didn't happen. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you. You win this round, Mr. Potato. Oh, unlucky. Also, nicely done. I will send the code over as soon as I am done on stream. All you need to do is stick it in your Steam. Whoop whoop. Ah. Right. That's the trees out of the way. Hey, no thanks needed. Teamwork. Oh, God. Take me with you. Help me. Ay, 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 ay. I'll be impressed if you can get Ribena in there. Was that a skid steer I just bought? I think it was. It better have been. Yeah, it was. We're good. Why do I get the feeling that you're desperately searching the internet for Ribena jokes? It's like, I will find one. I will prove my worth. I wonder what those two signs say. I just spotted two signposts. Ah, you alright, Beena? That was supposed to be Scouse, it didn't work. To Neil Buchanan, I apologise. See, we're clever. Okay, here we go. Go on. Oh, Jesus. I'm not sure, but I think they're getting worse. Although the first Ribena one is going to take some beating for bad jokes. There we go. Like, if you could make a worse joke, I would be impressed. That's the level of awful it was. No offense. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's more. There we go. Of course I know who Ted Danson is. Oh, there's more still in the bloody ground. Now the question really... Go on. Oh, we've fallen over. See, this is what your joke did to it. So is this the joke? Asking what's better than Ted Danson? Oh, okay. I was going to say, because there is an actual answer to what, in my opinion, is better than Ted Danson. Woody Harrelson. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Jesus, man. Oh god. God, the boy's got jokes. Go on. If anyone's wondering why I'm so smooth at picking that up, it's because I've watched a lot of Gold Rush. Yeah, I'm nearly crying, but for a different reason. Oh god, man. I'd almost be proud, but... Go on. Is that the joke? Oh, I felt an actual shudder go through me on that one. Oh Jesus! Go on. Oh, you mean I didn't sell that? Yes, sell that. Right, now we're back down to... Right, now we're back down to just the farm equipment that we need. And actually, we'll repay all this loan as well. When it's a window? I'm guessing? Jesus. Oh, of course. Why didn't I get that? Since we're going to drive this over there, we might as well take the cultivator with us. Get it ready. Since we only have a little bit more ploughing to do. Wow, we're not making a ploughing joke? Oh, Jesus. I really hope that you're on a website full of dad jokes. You know what? I'm not even going to bother filling in this little gap of the field. We'll be fine with these little triangles cutting out. Fine. Go on. What do you call a man who can't stand? Neil. Okay. Really? SP, I really hope that when you go to college and university, you're not studying for a degree in comedy. Go on. What is Forrest Gump's password? One Forrest, one. Oh, SP, did I tell you? Oh, were you here when I mentioned that the water cooler has arrived for the CPU? So now the 3900X is actually water cooled. Finally. Or I should say, is actually cooled. See, the problem is I don't know if that's the setup to a joke. That could be the setup to a joke. Ah, knew it. Damn you. Damn you, a spicy potato. If that is your real name. Just looking at the Discord now, I'm kind of tempted to just set up a channel just for pictures like that. You know, just like random pictures of whatever people are working on. I don't know. I'm not sure. Opinions. I could actually hire a worker now, I think. But I guess the problem with that is if I hire a worker, what am I going to do? Because I only have one tractor. And I only have 10 grand. Well, I might as well do it myself. Okay, here we go. Why don't I just press 3 and then just go hands-free? This is how you plough a field. Someone wake me up when we get to the end or if we go off course. Do. Ploughing a field on a Friday. It's Friday, isn't it? Keep on forgetting that it's Friday. No, we're going off course and nobody woke me up. How dare you? So yeah, with the water cooler recipe, I installed it about 2 hours before the stream. First of all, I put the bracket on the wrong way because I'm an idiot. But that's by the by, that's fine. But it does fit with 1mm of clearance between the bottom of the fan and the motherboard. So, yeah, that works. I can't get a rear exhaust fan in there now. I'm going to have to, like, 3D print my own little bracket for it. Because the gap between where the hole is on the case and where the hole is on the fan itself is that. That's how far offset they are. Because the radiator is thicker than most radiators, which is why I got that cooler. But because it's a thick radiator, it actually obstructs that from going right up to where it should be. So I'm going to print like a little oval with 2 holes in, and I'll screw the fan into that, and then screw that into the back of the case. Because the fan blades are still pretty much all over the vent hole, just, you know, the holes don't line up to screw the fan in, so... But that's fine, that's a fixable thing. When I was testing it, because obviously we've played a lot of GTA, so I've seen the temperatures that CPU gets to in GTA. It will reach 80 degrees, and it'll sit there. Just tried on single player for like an hour and a half, something like that, just to see if it was like installed right and was working, and what temperatures I could expect. And it was sat hovering around 74, 75. Normally around 73, but hottest I saw it get was 76. So either way, I'm losing at least 4 degrees. And that's also with 1 less fan in the case. So I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. That is a good improvement. Literally cool. But obviously I've never had any form of water cooling in any system I've ever built. So this was like a first time for me doing it. Has had a weird effect though, installing it. The keyboard and mouse are plugged into an external USB 3 hub that's plugged into a single USB 3 socket on the back of the motherboard. But I can't access the BIOS using this keyboard. I have to plug a separate keyboard into the front, or I'd have to plug this in directly into the computer for it to turn on. Whereas yesterday, I could. But for some reason it just doesn't like it now. But oh well. I got into the BIOS and changed the settings and made the curve a little bit more aggressive, just to keep the temperatures down a little bit earlier, because it wasn't going to click to full power until 75 degrees. So I decided to take that and set that to 70 degrees instead, because I knew we'd reach 70 degrees. But I tell you what, compared to the Wraith cooler on its high setting, I can't drop a cultivator. Fine. Nope, fair is fair. Oh. Well, he seems to be folding it first, so we'll let him fold it and then I'll just leave it here. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, so I made the curve a little bit more aggressive, but like I say, compared to the Wraith cooler, it is like crazily quiet. That computer is now silent. You're a monster, SP. I'm gonna have to put the price up as well on that. What I like though is the way these screens are laid out. I've actually got like a couple of versions of the chat. So the chat's up there on Streamlabs, but on here I've got the whole moderator Twitch view, which is how I knew on Wednesday that the stream wasn't looking quite right to start with, because I can see the stream in front of me. But I've also got the recent events in the bottom right for Streamlabs, so I can see if anything comes through on that, but I can change that tab, it turns out, to the giveaway tab and run giveaways from there as well, which is really cool. And then we've got Discord in the corner as well. Hence how I could check that so quick. What do we want to plant? I think wheat. Let's plant wheat. There we go. Wheat is being planted. Sweet. I kind of need some stuff to harvest wheat. That was the icon for wheat, wasn't it? Yes. We're okay. I know what the icon for wheat is now. Do we get the ricketiest old tractor that we find? I'm going to let you decide. Do we get this rickety old tractor, which will probably have a working width of like 2 meters? Or do we, you know, borrow some money and get a decent tractor, a decent harvester? Like this ideal, which has actually got the highest capacity. We have 371, 370, 369 gigaday, 368. Whoa, that just started dropping quick. Okay, you can't see that. Look in the top right corner, just up there. Why is that dropping so quickly? It wasn't dropping that quick. I was literally reading the numbers and now it's at minus 4,000. Minus 5,000. Well, no, because he was already doing it, wasn't he? He was already seeding away. So it was... because I was in the menu while he was doing that. Like, that's what I want to do as well. I just want to turn one of the options off. Is it on this one? It's on this one. Plant growth needs to be fast. withering on, destruction on, periodic ploughing off, lime required off, save, exit. I know, I love this game for that. Like I said at the beginning, these trees are really irritating. Like, you saw how long it took just to remove 4 trees from a field. Nope, still, there you go. I'll put it on a dark one. It's got to be him using the money, but still. I now have to borrow 12,000 just to break even before I can even buy something to harvest this damn stuff with. But yeah, you saw how long it took to remove 4 trees. So, to remove all of these trees, I'm just going to go in the text file and change it. Make life easy for myself. Just remove all the trees. Job done. We're not spending like 15 years removing 1 tree at a time. Oh, we're alright because he's not on the field. That steady tick of 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's just him driving it. Yep, it's all good, buddy. I'll probably be editing, actually. I want to see how well this computer exports. £102 bloody wage payment. He's already used £20,000. How's he used £20,000? £21,000. 22,000. You're right, Batman. 23,000. 24,000. Jeez. Okay, what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to let him seed what he can. I'll finish cultivating the ground. And then I'm going to sell all the equipment and buy a harvester. That's my plan. That should hopefully... In all fairness, I've not been in debt the full stream up to this point. I managed to get rid of all the bank loan, all that stuff, and then, yeah. We finally got around to planting a field. And I decided that hiring a worker would probably be better than me doing it, because I don't know the map and I don't know where the purchase seed section is on it. The map is no man's land, so there you go. That's the full map. And all we own is 57. Yeah, so minus £35,000. Not bad. To say we were at positive 10,000 when he started seeding. But yeah, I think I'm going to sell all the equipment that we've got once we finish seeding this field. And then buy the stuff to harvest. It's fine. It's going really well. Don't know what you're on about. It's okay because I've got an economy mod on. So if we can get this field planted, harvested, and sold, we're fine. We just have to get to that point. If we can make it there, it's not a problem. Should probably stop him from coming up here at the minute. We're alright. I bet I wasted my time cultivating it first, didn't I? Watch it be one of those situations where I just totally wasted the time. It's fine. I'll be fine. And besides, I know where the save directory is. I know how to modify these saves. No, it's not too bad because I only just started this one, so the only progress I'd lose if I decided to restart would be... How long's this been live? An hour and 45 minutes worth, so it won't be too bad. I've definitely got other saves that I wasted all that time cultivating. Yeah, I've definitely got other saves in this game that I wouldn't want to risk anymore. One of which is the one I used to stream. There you go, now we're 50 exactly. And if it was the real world, I definitely wouldn't be saying it's fine. And if I was, I'd be saying it with a lot more panic. It'd definitely be like a... There you go, £52,153 in debt. But yeah, it'd definitely be like a John Oliver. It's fine. It's fine. It's all totally fine. It's fine. Honest. But it's fine. Let's face it, the characters in GTA could bail this guy out. I don't actually know why I'm driving back over here with the Cedar. There's not much point. Okay, so this is clearly the sell point. And then this area is where all my vehicles spawn. That's the animals by yard thing. What are you? Ah, you're fuel. Okay. Right. Let's do the sensible thing. There you go. We now have 571,000. Told you we'd be fine. Oh. Oh, no. Only 20,000 of it is that. There you go. We now have no loan out. And we have positive 536,000, which means between starting the game and now, we've spent almost £500,000 buying a plot of land and making one field. But while we still have money, it seems like a good idea to buy a combine harvester. John Deere is always a good call. 14,100. I don't want to go with something too... Oh, nice. Anyway. Standard. Yeah, this is definitely why I am not a farmer. I've never claimed that I would be good at... Well, actually, I've never claimed I'd be good at any of the games that I play on the channel, but that's not the point. I never claimed that I would be a good farmer. You're a 7.6 meter. You're for mine 13.7. Yes, thank you. Question is, am I going to get more than 14,100 litres of grain from the field? Or do I need to buy a trailer and something to pull the trailer with? I'm going to risk it. I think we're close enough. We're close enough to the drop-off point that I can just drive the combine there. I'm not buying the most expensive stuff. I'm just buying the sort of mid-range stuff that will see the job done. Like, there is definitely a lot more expensive stuff. Whoops. There's definitely a lot more expensive stuff in that store. The thing is, I like to have that nice trade-off between working width, hopper size, and fairly low price. And so this one over the other John Deere, which was only 100,000, this John Deere has an extra 4,100 litres of capacity, and also gives us an extra 2 or 3 meters of working width, which means that if we hired a worker to do it for us, that they'd get it done quicker, which would be less payment to them. See? There it is. And now we wait. I've got crop growth turned up to full, so now we just wait. Like every good farmer, I assume. I don't know, I don't actually know any farmers. Alright, Batman, cheers for checking in, mate. You take care. And for the record, we've still got 57,000. So I think we might be alright. How long do crops take to grow? I'm glad it's not like the real world where they take literal days to grow. I'm fairly sure we should see some growth fairly soon. While it does that in the background, though, I'm just going to check. 195. 195. Okay. That could be worth getting. Well, then again, I'd still have to find the place to top it up, which I don't know where that is, so. Don't know what the point would be. Ah. How do I turn the help off? F1 in it. There we go. We'll just sit here nice and patiently. Can you imagine if you had this kind of control over the time? Like, what would you do if you had that control? If you had the ability to speed up time to 120 times the speed, and then slow it right back down to standard time, what would you do? But you have to remember that there's no going backwards. So whatever you do is still done. It's a weird question. Because if you think about it, if you're going 120 times normal speed, you're still going to have to eat. You're still going to have to drink. That stuff doesn't stop. So your metabolism would be working at 120 times speed of normal speed as well. Huh. That question's a lot deeper than I thought. Nicely done, SP. What would you do if you could speed up time to 120 times the speed it normally is, and slow it back down to normal speed at will? bearing in mind that your metabolism is still going to be active, only it's going to be at 120 times, and you're still going to have to do the normal day-to-day things. Just you'll be able to do them a lot faster, I guess. I'm not sure what I'd do. How's it doing? Still growing. Of course it's still growing. I thought that was my phone. Also, what are you eating, SP? I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. You know this. Anytime this field wants to grow. Oh, pause time, then I do. Pause it for days and print some money. Well, if you could pause it, why would you wait a couple of days to print some money? Why wouldn't you just, I don't know, go in a bank and take the money? Like you say, you already said you'd rob a bank, so. And yeah, Area 51 would be a good call. Hey, in all fairness, I'm the one who said it out loud. Yeah, I think Area 51 would be a good shout. Just explore, like, off-limits places. So you've got to wonder then, if you're pausing time, is it only you that's affected? Like, I mean unaffected. Or does the unaffected bit transfer to whatever you're doing? So if you were to jump in a car, is the car still paused in time? Or with you being in it, does it unpause time for the car? See, there's a lot of questions. Oh, nice. Well, that's a very useful thing. Oh, nicely done. That was like a proper meal, that. Oh, the sun just turned on. You see that? It doesn't rise, it turns on. And the field looks a lot different than when we went to sleep. Well, when we went to sleep. When the sun turned off. Oh, that's another level of growth. Still growing. Ideally, I'd have the sprayer, and at this point I'd get rid of the weeds, fertilise it, get twice the yield from this crop, but again, I only have 57,000. But we have repaid the bank loan, which is good. See, I know what I'm doing. I'm a brilliant farmer. As long as it's in a fictional world with fictional finances and an economy that is completely fictional, then I'm great. Real world, not a chance. I would be the worst farmer. I would be the worst farmer. Like, I'm failing to think of someone who would be a worse farmer than me. I'm trying. This last stage always seems to take forever. Ah, dear. Come on. Yeah. Not getting up at 5 AM is definitely a bonus to not being a farmer. No offense, I'm actually going to have to start getting up at like 5 or 6 AM. Try and get all the videos done. Like I say, I've got to get all of the videos up to January done. Preferably by the end of this month. That is about 39 videos in what I believe is about 28 days or something. I don't even know what day it is. What's the date? The 11th. 19 days. Hey! Saw that. Here we go. Attack. Do 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 do. Now we press the number 3 and relax. I'm sorry, but this is one of the easiest games ever. And by the look of that tank, we are actually going to fill this thing. So we're going to have to make multiple trips back and forth to the sell point. Which is going to be a pain. Although then again, we're not doing too bad. We're at 20%. Tell you what, if this gets to 25% and we've done one like line of this field, and it turns out it's like a 25% each line. Yep, there it is. There's 25%. I knew I should have bought the bigger one. Yep, that's going to be a pain to pick up, but it's fine. I'm just going to do it a stupid way. I'm going to really annoy any purists out there who play this and treat it as the simulator that it claims to be. I'm just going to harvest in the stupidest way possible. I'm a monster, I know. Completely fine. I'm fine with it. Right, I think I'm we're at 50% and we've done 1.5 lines of the field. I think I'm going to try one of these features and try running a 60-second ad break. And why have I not slowed that back down to 1 time? Thank you. So while I finish harvesting this and filling this tank, let's see if this button works. Well, it claims to be running an advert. Not that you'd know, SP. We'll put the beacons on, make it look a little bit better. Aye, aye, aye. See, what I'm doing is experimenting with different times to run adverts on the channel, if we choose to go that route. Just sort of see what happens. So while nothing's really happening, there we go. Hit the button, it's there. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. Don't worry. Literally did another 2/3 of a line. But like I say, I'm just sort of experimenting with the new features that have been unlocked since we reached affiliate. So I'm thinking if it's, you know, if it's something that can help keep us doing this, especially in these weird times, then, you know. I mean, for us, it's not really going to be a massive revenue source anyway. But like I say, it's just one of those where the option is there to do it. If there's nothing happening on the screen, really, you know. Every so often I might just press it and like I say, if it helps a little bit, it helps a little bit. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Just remembered I found my dual monitor mount earlier as well. So after the stream, I'm going to take down this monitor that's here, and I'm going to mount both monitors next to each other, so it's a lot easier to see them. And back. There we go. 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. Come on. I'm betting 225,000 by the end of this tank. Come on. There's 200. 200,000. There's 225. There's 250. We're not doing 300, are we? Oh, £233,946 for one tank of that. We'll have some of that. I will indeed have some of that. I know I don't have access to the land. I don't want access to your bloody land. Okay. Full tank is about 300,000. Is about yeah. I'll have that. Can I have that in the real world, please? Please. Someone would like to, like, give me 300,000. That'd be brilliant. My God. Can you imagine? Imagine just going to sleep and then one day waking up and having what would seem like a near unlimited amount of money. So my bills each month are roughly £1,000. That'd be 300 months. That's... what's that? That's over a decade, isn't it? $300,000 divided by 1,000. Yeah, 25 years. should have been able to do that in my head, but I'm stupid. Yeah, imagine just waking up one day and just knowing that for the next 25 years, you're good. Your bills are paid. You can do whatever the hell you want for 25 years. In that case, I'd be 55 when I next actually had to work. I still want to work. Like, you'd want that as your, that's my bill money, now I want some for me. I mean, I'd probably buy a couple of graphics cards and stuff. But... Actually, yeah, if I had that money, I'd probably switch out both of these systems, actually. As much as I love these two systems that I've got now. Probably go with a next generation of Threadripper. Or the game computer. Possibly dual 3090s in SLI as well, because, you know, if money's no object, you might as well, right? I think that'd be a pretty cool one. And then maybe for the streaming system, I think I'd actually go Epic. Just because. Just for that higher core count. And then obviously again, probably dual 3090 graphics cards. Oh nice, thank you. Yeah, if money was no object, I think I'd definitely switch to like an Epic processor and dual 3090s for the editing and streaming system. And that way when you exported, you could just plow through the footage. Whereas now for like a 20-minute export, a 20-minute video, the export on it's like 40-ish, 50 minutes. Which adds up when, think about it, I've got 39 to do in the next few days. So a lot of that time is going to be taken up waiting for these exports. Like, that's a saving in itself. Which is great. Well, yeah. I don't know how these people do it who just sort of wake up with, you know, a bank account that is bountiful when they went to bed with nothing. Quite proud of them though. Like, I wouldn't call it... I wouldn't necessarily think of it as jealousy even of that situation. I think it's more... Or envy or anything. I think it's more admiration. From like, wow, how did you make that happen? Pride as well. I'm talking shit tonight, aren't I? Let's be honest. I'm just rambling. And my cup of tea's gone cold. Oh well. What's the last message you can see, SP? Oh, no, I'm destroying crops here. Yep, that was the last message that was received. Before that was 1, 2, 3 Pretzel Rocks and you. If you see that, you're seeing the same chat that I am. Is it because I seem like I'm having a full conversation, but there's no replies? Because this is just standard for me. Okay, how much do we think this one is worth? Drum roll, please. I need to set up some like sound things on this, don't I? Just press a button. Just get a nice little drum roll going. Yeah, it was about 290, I think. Ah, right. $233,454. Which actually I think was the other one. I think we're both overestimating the last one. Even though we have a factual number to go off. But in all fairness, we're now at £525,285. I wish. Ta-da! So fabulous. What would you do if you got that money? That's a question for like both of you. You wake up you go to sleep tonight, you wake up tomorrow with $500,000. What then happens tomorrow? I know what I'd do. First thing I do is send an email to Nvidia going, hey, I have a lot of money, would you like to send me a graphics card, please? Start using it to throw weight around. Yes to both of them. See, I like to think that I'd be sensible with it, if I'm honest. So I had $5,000 in my account a couple of years ago, and I left that in there to pay bills, and always just topped it up with my wage, and always kept that 5,000 there. I could have bought any graphics card I wanted, any computer I wanted. I just left it, just in case I started to run out of money, and it came in handy actually with this virus, because I've now eaten through that 5,000. But the point is, it was there for this situation. So I mean, it was sensible, but I don't think 500,000 I'd be able to be that sensible with. Although, with my current bills, I could live on $500,000 for almost 42 years. Imagine that. Not having to think about bills for 42 years. Also, Bless, follow-up question. What kind of farm? What kind of farm would you have? Because I feel like there are some forms of farming that are really, really hard work. And there are other forms that are still incredibly hard work, but not quite as hard. Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd hope. The dream is that you'd be able to live off the interest of whatever money was in your bank. Like, that is the ultimate goal. To just live off interest. Oh. Which state are you in? I'm not going to ask city, because that's... Nice. See, so you'd put the money... Ah, nice. Very nice. I never get why Texas restricts things like that. And yeah, we're just going with all of Texas here. Eh. What you want to do is go to the governors and go, I bet they allow it in Arkansas. That or even better. Just go, I bet they're getting away with it in Mexico. Just saying. I'm sure you'd definitely get a reaction out of a certain politician if you said that. I say politician. What I actually mean is reality TV star. And a man whose name sounds like flatulence. You have chickens but can't have a rooster, but chickens are noisy. Do they not understand? Animal make noise. Oh. Can you read that on the stream? Cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all trees from the map. This will not include trees around the edge of the map. Cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all rocks from the map. This will not include rocks around the edge of the map. Oh, I sold my chainsaw. You two, wait there. Paul needs a chainsaw. Clock, here we go. Do I have to buy this land so that I can cut this signpost to get rid of the trees? Oh, this seems like a faff, doesn't it? Like, I'm going to be honest. Here we go. Oh, for frick's sake. Right, fine. I'm going to chop it about there. Whoa, that's... that works quick. Hey, look at that. Standing stump. Hey, I can pick that up as well. That's good. Hey. Oh. There we go. Imagine a version of this game. Nice. Yeah, but like chickens make noise. This is the thing. Like, I've heard chickens and they make noise. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, why haven't they banned them as well? But why haven't they banned them as well? Like, if you're gonna be stupid about your law, then be stupid fully. Oh. Naughty pretzel rocks. Oh wow. That's daft. And you know it was a rule made by one man who complained once. A man will have sat there and complained and been, oh, my neighbour's making noise. And now the entire, like, city isn't allowed, like, roosters. Or more than 2 chickens. Which sounds like something to come from, like... It sounds like something to come from World War II. Like, rationing. You can only have 2 chickens per household. Yeah, but in all fairness, I'm fairly sure, like, every neighbourhood has screaming children in anyway. So would a goat really make that much difference? Like, you're not going to know if it's one of your neighbour's kids or if it's one of your neighbour's goats. Oh. Oh, that's painful. So it's just sort of sat there tempting you every day. Just look at what you could have. I didn't want to say your children. I was just going with generic children. I'm fairly sure you've probably got your kids under control. Oh. Maybe it's a moo of, I wish you were here. Just, I wish you were able to look after us as well. Maybe that's what it's mooing at. Okay, can I sell these? God, that's tall, isn't it? Sounds positive. Hey, I got 1,000 for that. How much are we getting for this one? Come on. In. In. Go. Almost 1,000 again. The only problem with this chair, it squeaks constantly. Wow, okay. I hope that's not like what J-Man's doing as well. Just like telling all kids to yell. That doesn't feel like the teacher's actually doing any work at that point. That feels like a teacher sat in like their house, just going, yeah, yell or something. Just make noise. Actually, no, if he teaches art, then definitely. That's definitely his doing. Free expression is what that is. I know why I'd be yelling if it was PE, because I was in PE. That's enough of a reason. I don't know, I think you can yell while sat down. Right, let's get our plough again. I need a cultivator again. Where's my big one? That one. Okay, I'm buying things, but I don't have a tractor. This could go badly. Where is that? Oh. Money. Borrow all of the money. Well, there you go. I'll just stick to crying anytime anyone asks me to move out of my seat. What tractor can we afford? Can we afford the Oh, we can't even afford the fast track again now. Yet. What was it, like 300,000 or something? We'll get one of them. There we go, 400,000. That'll definitely cover it. Logic. Or, see, this is the one we actually want. The case. Quad track. Beautiful tractor and all of the power. But, alas, we will stick with the JCB for now. Okay. Let us get seeding. Actually, we need to cultivate it first anyway, so... Might as well take everything down there. Do the back and forth first. There we go. God, it looks so different without those trees. I was about to say, what's missing? And then I realised. Oh, that confused me. Well, in that case... There we go. How tempting is it to just do everything? How dare you? How very dare you? I think Screaming Goats is a accurate summation of children, just in general. I've worked with enough of them. Like, yeah, I will agree with Screaming Goats. But yeah, cheers for hanging out. I'm probably going to call it soon anyway. Yeah, it's been a while. Nice. But yeah, I'm probably going to call it in a second. Because I'm starving, actually. Feels like a good enough reason. Actually, you know what? I'm going to call it now. Sod it. Sod it, why not? Because I don't know what to have to eat. So I have to figure that out. Then I have to record 39 videos. Then I have to edit 39 videos. Sounds fairly straightforward, doesn't it? The issue is that to record 39 videos will take 58.5 hours. So I have 58.5 hours worth of recording to do, which becomes 117 hours worth of editing. And I have until the end of the month. Actually, that's not a bad plan if I just start like powering through recording. That should work. But yeah, I'm gonna go and do that. So, as always, we are live on Twitch, as you can tell, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4 PM UK time. Videos go up on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday and Friday as well. The live streams are all backed up in full on YouTube. They go up when I get a chance and when the computer isn't doing other things. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The Discord server's up. Definitely come and join us on that. And yeah, that's going to do it. So, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, and I will see you in a biz. Goodbye.